know, we are having this swing trading and sessions on chart analysis sessions on Wednesday, and that's what we'll do today. Although must say that it's a very bad time for swing trading, because the entire spectrum of the market is in a totally bearish state. So it's all going down, down, down. So it's not a good time for swing trading. However, we'll check out all the charts. We'll see if there is some some picks that are coming up, or especially some long-term investments that can be done. Yes, the markets are confusing. This is, there's a time of bull market, and that was the time last year when everything was going up, but now it's the other way around, right? Everything is going down. So there are these phases that we have. Right. Yeah, so there are these phases that are there in the market, and it is good for us to know how to handle those phases, right? That is also important for us as a long-term trader and a long-term investor, how to handle the phases in the market which are, either sideways or going down. And in the kind of things that we are seeing today, it is, it can create a lot of panic. So how to handle those, right? It's good. Let's have a look at the market, the indices, and then we'll take on the stocks, and we'll try and look at the screeners. If there is anything coming up on the screeners, we'll try and look at those stocks also. So please note, disclaimer, I'm not a SEBI registered analyst, so discussions which we are doing here are not trading or investing recommendations. Rather, they are intended purely for educational purpose. Right? Okay. So as you know, for all of you who have been attending regularly, and for the benefit of those who are new, so we discuss charts using two major indicators. One is Bollinger Bands, and the second is exponential moving averages, right? EMAs. So those are the two main indicators that we are using for chart analysis. Hello. We look at a weekly time frame, because that's what is comfortable for swing trading, especially when the holding period is like a month, 3-4 weeks or so. It can give you very good profits in swing trading. So because it spaces out, it gives you some time, it allows the price to be played up and in your direction. That's why we take the weekly time frame. And it is also very difficult to manipulate the market, on the charts on a weekly time frame. That is also one of the reasons. It takes money to move the market. So the stronger players in the market, they move the market up and down. That's why we see so much of volatility. You can see this up and down. All this requires a lot of money, to move the market, and that's why it's very difficult to move it on a weekly time frame. Right, it requires a lot of push. So on a weekly time frame, we are also able to see the trends a little bit more clearly, avoiding trying to take out the noise, and trying to look at the trends in a better way. If we look at the daily, this is how the daily looks at all the gap downs, the gap ups, this, that. It is very difficult to trade a market like this. It is almost impossible to trade a market like this if there is so much of gap ups and gaps down. So when we look at the weekly time frame, it reduces the noise, and we are able to pick up a trend when it is there, and we get a confirmation of the trend when it is there. Yes. So if you are looking for the long term, definitely you can take the Nifty Bs and all the ETFs that you see, but I still think there is some more downside to the market here. See, let's start the chart. Let's look at the indices. See, this is the Nifty 50 index, and as you see, the weekly chart, It's at the lower end of the Bollinger Band. It's closed just it's just above. Okay, so at the moment there will be a breakdown from this level. The low of this is 15,992, so almost 16,000. There is quite a bit of support at 16,000, but if this breaks, there can be further downside to approximately 15. Here the closest support is 15,700 odd, and below that is 15,250, 15,250, 15,300 odd, right? So that there can be further downside to the market, and therefore if you're looking at making long-term investments, I would say hold a little till if you're able to see a reversal confirmation, then we can go for it. But if not, then hold a little, because I think there is a little bit more of a downside to this market. This is not the end. Yeah, this is right at the bottom, and there can be a downside. So unless we see a reversal candle like this, you see this green candle when it was below the lower Bollinger Band, and then you see a very strong green candle, then there can be some amount of a reversal. But it is just going up and coming down again. So it is better to buy at the bottom, bottom levels, and try and hold it for the long term. Yes. Yes, hold on. Just give me some time. Let's look at the index. So see, the bank Nifty surprisingly is a little bit stronger than the Nifty. You saw the Nifty. The Nifty is at the lower Bollinger Band. Uh, it's a red candle at the lower Bollinger Band, and the bank Nifty is showing a green candle here. Although this is not a confirmation, the confirmation will be when this week candle closes and then we get a high over there. But the bank Nifty is surprisingly showing a little bit more strength, and possibly will help to hold the Nifty. So I think HDFC and HDFC Bank are the stocks that are holding the bank Nifty, and may provide support to the index and to the market. Rest, I think, if we can look at all the indices, all the indices are going absolutely down. So across the spectrum, across the broader market, there is a total meltdown. And for that's the reason, even last Wednesday we were discussing this, and I said it is better for a swing trader to withdraw and hold on to cash and sit on the sidelines and watch for a while. Let the reversal candle come, and then we can start trading. So as a trader and investor, we also should know when to sit out, right? Yes. Okay, I'll also side by side look at your the stocks that you're saying, so I can keep on answering the questions as we go by. Let's look at Marico. Yeah. So now the answer to your question will depend on whether you are holding for long term or short term. So because this session is about swing trading, I'm giving you a swing trading answer, right? So it's closing below the 20 SMA, although there has been buying at the lower levels here, but it is still below the 20 SMA, which is weak, right? Which is weak. So if you are looking for an exit, then you should exit the stock. Unless it goes above the 20 SMA, there is not it cannot we cannot say that it is strong. Okay, yeah. So, but if you're long term, then it's a different story. Yeah, Wipro, HCL Tech. You say we just saw the index. We saw the IT index, and IT index is bleeding, right? And see this. We can see that in all the IT stocks. And look at this. Yeah. So as a short-term trader, this is not a place for you to be in. As a short-term trader, if you're a swing trader, then you have to get out of these stocks, right? Because it is we are not able to see any kind of a reversal. Although HCL is trying to reverse here, but we will get a confirmation only if there is another green candle and it breaks this high of 1085, right? So it all depends on the risk appetite that you have, if you want to hold on to this. But if you ask me, for swing trading, this is not the time to be in IT stocks. So all over the index is bleeding. So there's no way. So LIC, let's see, this market sentiment is supposed, we will bring a very bearish sentiment to the market. This is a very bearish sentiment to the market. So whatever listing gains was expected, right, was anyway moderate, right? There were no aggressive listing gains expected in any case. So there were moderate listing gains expected, especially because the policyholders and the retailers have got a discount. So my view is that when it lists on, I think it is listing on the 17th. When it lists on the 17th, there might be a moderate listing gain, especially because of the discount. So the retailers and the policyholders may get a I can't say good exit. I don't know, but I think maybe they'll not lose too much of money. So that's my view. And as far as the long term goes for LIC, I think it will behave like any other PSU stock, because you see any other PSU stock, even those PSUs that are doing well, their valuations are low because of the fact that they are a PSU, right? And that all the more in case of LIC, because 96.5% is with the government. So it will behave just like any other PSU stock. That's what I feel. Right. Okay, let's look at the reality index first. So it's the same story, right? It is going down. So and closing below the lower Bollinger Band, there might be further downside to this. Okay, let me see where the support is. In fact, it is at the support, but given the overall market sentiment, might there might be uh, still some downside to go. You want to look at the reality stocks, DLF. Okay, what I did, I found DLF on one of the screeners here. What I did was, we normally look at a reversal from the lower Bollinger Band here. We are wanting to look at reversal from the lower Bollinger Band, but there is nothing, because there is no reversal. Entire market is going down. So what I did was, I did this. Instead of crossed above the lower Bollinger Band, I did a filter. I did the screening, and I used crossed, instead of crossed above, I used crossed below, right? And this weekly high greater than 1 week high, I just switched off that filter, and I ran the scan. Why am I running this scan? I got 16 stocks here. Okay, why am I running this scan? These are the stocks that have gone and closed below the lower Bollinger Band. Okay, so DLF is there right on top here. These are the stocks that should be in your watch list, because if any of these stocks give a reversal in the next week or after that, they can provide an opportunity. So these are the stocks which have gone down and crossed below the lower Bollinger Band in a weekly time frame. Nifty 200, right? Within Nifty 200. Nifty 200 is a universe. So you see DLF, Dabur, HDFC, good stocks, and they are already slightly higher. DLF has recovered 2.53% and 0.91 here for Dabur and 0.56 for HDFC Bank. So these stocks, you can put them in your watch list: DLF, Dabur, HDFC Bank, Apollo Hospitals, SAIL, TCS, Alcom, Titan, Voltas, Muthoot Finance, Bajaj Finserv, DMart, Aarti Industries, Union Bank, and IRCTC. Right. So over the next week or after that, these stocks may give a reversal, and if they give that reversal, then that will be the chance. That will be the chance to invest. But as of now, no, because this buying has come here from the lower side. That is why this is showing a 2.53% green. Right, buying has come here from the lower side and not allowed it to close below the lower Bollinger Band. In fact, the close is just above the lower Bollinger Band. So we have to see and wait for the next week and see if there is a reversal candle and if it breaks the high of this candle. So yeah, well spun it. This is not the correct time to buy. There is a chance for more downfall. That is my feeling. It's my feeling. The way everything is going down, everything is on a weekly time frame. Everything as in the indices and the stocks both are at lower Bollinger Band. So there might be a further downside. Not much, but 15,700, 15,500 to that levels on the index Nifty 50. To that levels, and then when you see the reversal, then it is time to buy. Don't try to fish the bottom, because you don't get the bottom. Nobody knows where the bottom is, right? Only when you are able to see the reversal candle, then you want to enter into the stocks. Otherwise you never know. You just get in and you find that it is bottomless. It is just going and going. So you don't want to go that you don't want to go that way. Real estate funds. Which real estate funds? Mutual funds? Can you please clarify on that question? Well spun. Oh my God. There's no way. You don't want to be here. Look at this. How many weeks? It's like after the 20 SMAs, right from January it is going down. Right from January it is going from 146 to 63, 50% wipeout. Please don't stay in the stock unless you get a reversal. There is no point. Yeah, so real estate funds, if you are if you're investing in a mutual fund, I don't like to invest in sectoral funds. But if your asset allocation, you decide on your asset allocation. So if as per your asset allocation, if you're comfortable to put in one particular sector, then go ahead and do it, but be careful. But the only thing I want to say is that if you're doing a mutual fund at this time, don't do a lump sum investment. You want to go through the SIP or the STP method, yes, systematic investment or systematic transfer. So either you put, if you have a lump sum, then put it in a debt fund, and from there you put a systematic transfer over the next 12 to 18 months. And slowly take on exposure to the equity market. Don't put it at all one go. If you're doing mutual funds, it does not matter whichever sector it is. But sector allocation, you have to look out for that. I cannot generally say that. My personal preference is I don't do sectoral funds, because I don't want to take exposure to a particular sector. I try to keep myself diversified. So yeah, so you want to look out for that. रिजल्ट्स खराब आया है, निकला है तो 17 और यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट वेलस्पन जी। सी तो जनवरी से नीचे ही गया है, ऊपर तो गया ही नहीं है। रिजल्ट के लिए एक ही महीना बीच में मार्च में कुछ थोड़ा ऊपर गया, बाकी तो नीचे ही नीचे है। सो रिजल्ट्स अगर अच्छे आए भी हैं या खराब आए हैं, जो भी है, मार्केट उसको अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स नहीं दे रहा है, राइट? तो आप इसमें ज़्यादा देर टिके देर रहने का कोई मतलब नहीं है, अनलेस आपको रिवर्सल कैंडल मिले, और फिर रिवर्सल कैंडल के बाद आप 20 SMA या अपर बॉलिंजर बैंड तक आप टारगेट लेके चल सकते हैं, लेकिन फिलहाल तो ऐसा कुछ लग नहीं रहा है। नो फ्रेश बाय जब तक रिवर्सल कैंडल नहीं आता है तब तक कोई फ्रेश बाय नहीं। सोबा डेवलपर्स, ओके, same story. Soba developers, same story. It's just going down and down. So lower Bollinger Band is close below the lower Bollinger Band for the last 2 weeks consecutively. So don't, just wait and watch. All of these stocks that you're saying, keep looking at the charts, but don't put money unless you get a reversal. Okay, I'll just show you an example. Look at this same chart, Soba. It was going down from here. Lower Bollinger Band for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. 6 weeks continuously below the lower Bollinger Band. But you get the reversal here and a confirmation candle. You get the reversal here and a confirmation candle. This is your entry point. Don't try to enter here, or don't try to enter all these places. It's you will lose money. But enter here when you get a reversal and you get a confirmation. So this is the green candle, the high of this green candle. This is in March 2020. The high of this green candle was 160.90. So 161. Once it breaks 161 here, then this is your entry point. And then you can target to the 20 SMA or to the upper Bollinger Band. So you get a decent profit with a very low stop loss here. That's the way that you want to time your entries and exits, right? So at this point, when it is going down, you don't know how much it will go down further. That's the reason that you don't want to enter it right now. It may go down further for another 2, 3, 4 weeks, right? But you just want to wait and watch. Unless once you get a green candle, then you get a confirmation green candle. That's when you enter. That's the way that you lower your stop loss with a very small stop loss, and you get a higher target. Your risk reward ratio is much better. Be soft. Okay. IT का तो it's low, but I think it is better than other IT stocks. The other IT stocks are going down too much. But still, again, the same story. At this point, there is no good entry point, right? And this, if you're already holding the stock, this was the place to actually exit in 20 SMA, but it's already down. So right now we cannot say how much more it will go. IT index is very low. The mid cap index is also going down. You want to look at the mid cap index also. Across mid cap, small cap, everything is going down. So that's why it is. See, the mid cap index is also at a precarious stage. So you don't know whether this reversal will come. So if the reversal comes, then you have a confirmation, right? So why I'm looking at the mid cap index, because the BSoft is a mid cap stock. That's the reason I look at the mid cap index. $552 का परचेस, 552 तो आपने टॉप पे परचेस किया. See, 552 इधर है. This is the top of the Bollinger Band का एकदम टॉप, और आपने परचेस किया और फिर रेड कैंडल आना शुरू हो गया. यहाँ पे रिस्क रिवॉर्ड रेशियो बहुत ही खराब है. सो या तो फिर आपको अपर बॉलिंजर बैंड पे ही आपका स्टॉप लॉस लगा देना चाहिए. अगर यहाँ पे आप खरीद रहे हैं तो अपर बॉलिंजर बैंड ही आपका स्टॉप लॉस हो जाएगा. अपर बॉलिंजर बैंड के नीचे आ जाता है तो आप निकल जाना चाहिए उधर से. सो बट सी, what I'm telling you is a long term scenario, right? What I'm telling you is a long term scenario. Sorry, what I'm telling you is a swing trading scenario, right? But if you want to, do you want to look at it in the long term? Okay, somebody is facing an issue. Yeah, if you're looking at it at the long term, let us try and look at the EMAs. Okay. Okay, so even for the long term, you see it was a very good stock here when it gave the 10-20 crossover, and till this was when this was in June 2020. Okay, June 2020. After that, it has never crossed down, and it is crossing down here at this point, and again at this point. So even at the long term, you can't hold on to this stock now. At this moment, no. If it has broken this support, you never know, it can come down to this level, this congestion level, and this congestion level is 285, right? This was the support over here. This was the support, long term support, right? This congestion that you see over the years, this was the long term support. It broke. Now the next support you will find is here, this congestion level, that is around 280. That's a long way to go. So you don't want to take that risk. You look at this, the crossover, a cross down has happened, 10-20 cross down exponential moving average on a month. Okay, sorry, extremely sorry. We want to look at on a monthly. Sorry, you are looking on weekly. Okay. Yeah, so this crossover on a monthly basis, this crossover happened again July 20, and then it has come down to this level. So it is right at the 20 EMA on the monthly charts, So if it gives you a cross down like we saw on the weekly, look at the weekly, just for reference I'm showing you. See, like it has given a cross down on the weekly. If it gives you a cross down on the monthly, then you have to exit even if you are long term, right? Because then it's very dangerous. It can go down to any level. You never know. So even if you're on the long term, even if you're a long term investor, if it gives you a cross down on the monthly chart, then it is time for you to exit the stock, and you don't get in unless it gives you a crossover on the upside. So I'm looking at 10 and 20 EMA on the monthly. We looked at on the monthly charts. Yeah. So intraday is a totally different game. Okay, what we are looking at is swing trading on a weekly level. So intraday is totally different. So if you're looking at intraday, you have to look at 5-minute to 15-minute charts. Yeah, that's what you want to look at on intraday charts. So on 5-minute, 15-minute, you can look at Bollinger Band, you can look at EMAs, all of that you can look at, but those executions have to be very fast. It has to be intraday. So I'm not comfortable with very fast execution. That's why I like to space out over the months, right? So that's why I don't do intraday. But if you are comfortable in doing that, then that can be your you can do that with 15-minute and 5-minute charts. So yeah, Ajanta Pharma is trying to hold on and make a consolidation here. But again, as we said, because the market sentiment is so weak, it is also weak. Although there is a buying from the lower side, it has seen us buying from the lower side, and it's not going below the lower Bollinger Band. However, we need to see a confirmed reversal. You see, on the previous week, there was also a lot of selling when it went high to 1867. There was a tremendous amount of selling, and immediately came low. But when it came to 1597, there is also buying. So it is just consolidating within this range. There is selling at the top, there is buying at the bottom. Unless we see a confirmed reversal, it's it's wait and watch. Yes. How long have I been into swing trading? Around 4 or 5 years. I think 2000, no, 2016. So it's like 4, 5, 6 years almost. Wow. Videos of the previous episodes. It's there here. This team creator has put a link here. And you can, because I'm restreaming on YouTube also, so you will get it on YouTube also. Yes. Mouse. Yeah, mouse has started working. I put another wired mouse. Paytm will come back. क्या पता यार. Paytm is unable to make a profit. What can we say? So Paytm is going only one way, and that is down. Uh, right. Yeah, we need to have a restart button. That's right. A restart button will happen when the institutional buyers start buying again. That is when the restart button happens. Uh, right. See, Paytm and all the new age stocks which are especially listed in these days, जिसका नया नया listing हुआ है. The fact of the matter is that they don't have profit on their books. Okay, it's very simple. They don't have profit on their books. So why are they coming out with IPOs? They are coming out with IPOs because those investors who have put in money over there, they want an exit. And they are not willing to wait further. So then, in this case and in many other cases which IPOs have brought out, these were not IPOs. These were not IPOs in the sense they are not initial public offers. They are offer for sale, OFS. But we, in general language, we just call it as IPO. But they are technically OFS, which is offer for sale. That means the existing investors are cashing out. So they bought their stock at whatever price. They are getting multiple times their money. Now, who is losing? The retail investor is losing because they are unable to see what is going on here. So in the books, all the new age stocks are unable to make a profit, and they are coming out with IPOs, and then what basically they are doing is the existing investors are just dumping their stock on the retail investors, and the retail investors are taking a hit. We need to be smarter than that. So delivery IPO, I did not do a deeper analysis for delivery IPO, but I just looked at a little bit today in the morning, and they had some this on the what do you call that, the abstract. They had this, and they have written it very clearly that they are not profitable for the last 3 years. They are not profitable for the last. They have written it down very clearly that this company has not been profitable. They have also written down the losses which are happening since 2019-20, and they have stated the losses. In case of delivery, there is a fresh issue of shares, little bit, and then there is also an offer for sale. So both the things are coming together. So there are many investors who are cashing out, plus there is also a fresh issue, but again, no profit. No profit. Yes. Yeah. So there is a yeah, I'm not very sure of the figures, but there is a fresh issue, and there is also a OFS. Right. So see, as a retail investor, any company that is you want to look at, whether it is IPO or secondary market, the first thing you want to look at is what is the return on capital. What is the return on capital? Okay, simple. It's a very simple calculation. On your FD, you get 5%, 6%, whatever, and now the rate has increased. So whatever you get, that is your risk-free return. That is your risk-free. You don't have to do anything for that. You put your money in FD, you get 5-6%. That's your risk-free return. Then if you're taking a risk, you need a risk premium. That means you need something more than 5-6%, right? And so if a person is running a business and they are running a corporate business, and if they are not able to earn 10% on their capital, then what's the point? Why not just keep it an FD? What's the point of running a business? Right? It's a very simple financial logic, right? So as an investor, if I want to look at a business, then I want to look at a business which is compounding its money, which is earning on the capital, and a good amount on the capital, so that when I invest my money in that stock, I want to be able to earn a decent risk premium, because I'm taking risk. I want a risk premium. That's why I'm in here. Otherwise, I won't be here, right? If I'm a safe player, then I would put my money into FD, and that's that. Yeah, that's your risk-free return. So any stock that you come across, it's a very simple financial logic that you put to the test. Are they earning profits? Is a return on capital employed, the return on equity, is it consistent? Is it growing? If it is not growing, let it grow first. Then you look at it. So CDSL and all of these stocks which have had a good run recently because of the stock market bull run. So now they will see the tapering off. So CDSL was there, then BSC was there, and then many other broking firms which brought out their IPOs. They were there. So this, because of the bull run, there was a lot of new demat accounts being opened, and a lot of new retail investors coming into the market. So that is the reason that these stocks went up very high, right? But now, because the market is going down, a lot of people will also exit the market, or they will become inactive, right? So all of these demat accounts, many of them will become inactive, which means that CDSL is not going to earn that kind of revenue, which so it's cyclical. It depends on the stock market. Again, when the stock market booms, again it will this kind of stocks will move up. So as of now, you can see the story here. It's red candles all the way, and lower Bollinger Band starting from May 2022, it's all the way down. On okay, I'm seeing the weekly daily chart here. Let's look at the weekly. So yeah, so that will be the story for most of the stocks. Yeah, so this was the high in July 2021. This was the big green candle. The low was 1053 and the high was 1490, almost 500 rupees in a week, right? And now it has come down to that same level here. So it has lost all the gains. It has come down to that same level. It might take support over here. We don't know. Or if it breaks this, then the next support is very low. It's at 534 or around that levels. Yeah. So next big support, major support, is at 565, 500. This levels here. So it's going down. It has lost all the gains that it got last year. All the gains it has lost. So as of now, nothing. Unless you have a reversal candle, don't get into any of the stocks. Yes, see, when the market is falling, and the market is falling across the spectrum, so all the stocks will be hit. So you want to stick to the blue chip stocks right now, in your portfolio, especially if you have a long-term portfolio. You stick to them only. But all others, you have to take a call based on whether it is a long-term or whether it is a short-term. You take a call on that. As of now, you cannot say let's, for instance, if you're looking at this stocks ADSL, you cannot say right now it is at 1095. You cannot say that it will not go down to 534, right? You cannot say that, right? So when you can't say that, better to exit it and then wait for a reversal. Or if it goes down to 534 and then gives a reversal from there, then you do a re-entry at that point. But you don't want to wait and see your portfolio bleeding. Yeah, better is to exit and then ask all the questions. Sugar stocks, anything in specific? Dwarkesh? Yes, stop loss is very important. Stop loss is the lifeline of a trader. Uh, See, we all have this tendency, of all the, because we have all this advertising and things coming up, and this exposure coming up. So that's why we have this tendency uh, having this big brand thing. But ultimately, it is only the price and the volumes on the chart that is going to help you. So big brand, small brand, whatever brand. Nobody thought that DHFL will fall down. Nobody thought that Yes Bank will fall down, but it did, right? Nobody thought that Vodafone will go down like this, but it did. So even if it is a big brand, small brand, it does not matter. What matters is the price at which you enter, the price at which you exit. That is what matters. Okay. It's taking its own sweet time. Yeah, so we are here on the weekly chart, and it is right now at a support over here, and the next support is as 82 rupees, Dwarikesh Sugar, right? So it is the same story actually. So if it breaks this support, it's a 20 SMA right now, we're closing below 20 SMA. If it breaks this support, it will come down to 80 levels, right? That's the next major support, and it is a very good support. It's quite a bit of consolidation at this range, 80, but likely to come down further up to this level. Oh, you were looking for Dhampur. Sorry. I was looking at Dwarkesh. Dhampur. But almost the same story in every stock. So ONGC long-term hold for a dividend stock. ONGC, Yash, for a PSU stock to hold for the long term, I think there is only one way that you can look at it, and that is for the dividend yield. So if you are looking at dividend yield, then good. But capital appreciation for in a PSU stock, we see all the PSU stocks, we see the valuations are pretty low in terms of price. The reason being that it is a PSU stock. So in spite of the fact that they may be doing good, even the good companies, their valuations are low. So if you're looking at dividend yield, then maybe okay, you can hold for long term. But otherwise, I don't think any PSU stock will give you a lot of capital appreciation in the long term. You can deploy your money elsewhere and get a lot more capital appreciation than than ONGC or any other PSU stock. So what we have is a limited resource, right? Money. It's a limited resource. So you also want to decide how you are allocating your money and in which stocks, whether you're aggressive growth stocks or some of maybe defensive stocks, FMCG or dividend giving stocks. So accordingly, your asset allocation should help you make that decision whether you want to hold ONGC for the long term or not. Personally, if you ask me, if I am in stocks, I am in for the growth. So I'm not in for the dividend. So whether if the company is not even giving dividend, I don't mind. If it is giving me growth, that's where I'll put my money. So depending on your choice, where you want to put that. So Dhampur Sugar, again, same story like Dwarkesh, again coming down to this area of consolidation. The major area, here, if it breaks this support, then the major area is here at 290, 300 levels, right? So it can come down to that level. 277, 281, 277 is the lower Bollinger Band. So it can quite come down to that level. Quite a bit of big red candle in this week. Okay, I think I have checked down all the stocks here, not missed anybody. Sure. Okay, so thank you everybody for joining, and do connect with me. www.capitalworx.in is my website. Mutual funds, equity stocks, insurance, portfolio management, or training and mentoring. You can connect with me for that. And these are my connect points, email, and you can also connect with me on LinkedIn. Right. Okay. So thank you very much for joining, and thank you for your patience also with all the interruptions and stuff. So thank you everyone. Your word, your appreciation is also very motivating. Thank you very much, and thank you for making it interactive, because I love this interaction. When you ask all these questions and interaction. So thank you so much. Have a nice day. We'll see you soon.